Good everyone, welcome to Capital FSN Academy. Today's class we'll be talking about support and resistance. Please, if you are confused or um, you're a novice in trading, please contact us. You can join our academy or you can join our general group. Our general group is free. At least you can be able to discuss and make friends with people that have been into trading. Now, today, support and resistance, as I've always tell you guys, support and resistance is the basis of uh, all technical analysis. In fact, it's the foundation of technical analysis. Before you can learn any strategy, you need to be able to identify or know support and resistance clearly and without making any mistake. So let's pay attention to what is happening here. Now, as I always tell you guys, support and resistance is used to mark out the historical movements of a chart, what the chart has been doing, what the area it has reacted to. Now, I keep on telling people that any platform you are using to analyze your trade always have an inbuilt support and resistance inside. Now, your work is now for you to detect whether it is the 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 strong support zone or strong resistance zone and the important zones. You understand? So now let's continue. Excuse me, guys. So let's continue. Now, if you are dealing with support and resistance, I want to show us the internal support and resistance that is already on the system. If you go to your more settings, then you can go to these scales and lines. Then on these scales and lines, let's check. I want to let's trading Canva. Okay, vertical lines and okay, this part now. Change this one to sorry background. No. This is not it. This is where you can change your background. This is okay. So now you go to grid lines. That is where you can see it both your lines. Okay, let me remove the horizontal one. Let me remove the vertical one. Now leaving only the horizontal one, you can see how the lines are. Now look at this chart and you will see that the market is actually reacting on the chart. You get to this level, it reversed, reacted on this one, but it's not all of them that the market is holding. So this thing is just to tell you that anywhere you are seeing on this chart, all the reactions you are seeing, the market is actually reacting on a level. But what matters as a technical analysis is that you should be able to mark out the levels that is very strong. It's not all the levels that the market reacts on. Yeah, it will show a reaction showing you there is a force. Remember, I always tell you that support and resistance is like an opposing force to the direction of the market. Now, if the market is going up, the resistance opposes the market from going above and it pushes it down. Now, if the market is dumping or selling, the support zone is opposing the just like a buoyant force. It's kind of opposing the movement of the markets from going below. You understand? And I always give example of if if you're living in an um story building upstairs, the person living downstairs, the place the person living downstairs is looking at the ceiling. His ceiling as the resistance. If he jumps up, he will not be able to jump above. The ceiling will push him back. Now, you that is living upstairs, the same place that the person is looking at as his resistance zone, it is a support zone to you. That means that is telling you that if if a market now, like if the person now climb upstairs using the staircase and climb upstairs, he will now turn his former resistance to be a support zone. That means if a market break a support zone, it will turn that support zone to a resistance zone. Now, in fact, the force that is there is acting in both sides. So if the market break the other side, this force will change. You understand? And I always tell you guys, don't look at support and resistance as a line. Always look at it as an area. Support and resistance is an area, and that area is where um, SMC came in. You understand? Marking out other block and co. You understand? So, but some of you think that once it have broken this line, it shows that it have broken a structure. Now, in this class, I will take our time. I always take time to explain things in details so that you'll be able to trade on your own and understand vividly what all these things are about. So now, let's look at it this way. If first of all, if you want to analyze a trade coming to a support and resistance, firstly go to daily time frame. The reason you go to a daily time frame is for you to see the bigger picture of the market, so that you'll be able to mark out the important areas. Remember, the reversion or the areas that the higher time frame reacts from is stronger than where it reacted on lower time frame. So if you can be able to mark out the higher time frame, remember a lot of money are put into higher time frame, especially investors. So if you can mark out, maybe your market is on a support zone on a higher time frame, if you go to a lower time frame and you see the markets looking for a buy, you can buy following the trend on the higher time frame. You understand? That is how it works. Now this BTC USDT, and this is daily time frame on BTC. I'll go back to the chart and remove this settings that I put. I just put it for you guys to be able to mark out, to understand how the support and resistance works. So I'll remove it and we'll continue with our chart. So now, firstly, what you need to do, zoom in your chart so that you can be able to see the bigger. You can see how I zoomed it in. Now, how this thing helps you is that you'll be able to see the bigger range of the market. Some of you, the mistake you make is that when you're analyzing, you keep your charts this way. When you keep your charts this way, you're just looking at a particular zone. Not you are now marking support and resistance of here and here. No, that is not what you are supposed to do. What you are supposed to do is zoom in for you to see exactly what has happened, how the trend of the market, how it has been flowing. Now if you look at it very well, you can look at this level, you will see that this level and this level, the market actually had a perfect reaction at that zone. Then you put it here. Now there is something I want to explain again. When you are putting your support and resistance, for those of you that did physics in secondary school, now when you're plotting your graph in physics, or you did any practical, when you're plotting your graph, they will say those points, if you are marking out, maybe you are taking a slope, or you are joining the points, not with a curve but with a straight line, so that you'll be able to make a slope. Now it's not must that your line pass through all the points. You understand? You can make it a way that the points are closer to the lines, but the line should pass, at least touch more points than the points that it didn't touch, and those points that it did not touch should be closer to the line. You understand? So what is telling you, bringing it to trading now. In trading, if you are to put a support and resistance on an area where the market had so much reactions, now you can't just come to the end point where the market hits and make it as your resistance zone. Put a line. Yes, remember I said resistance and support zone is an area, but so far you are using a line for a start. You are now focusing on the important zones. So the important zones we should be focusing on is the areas where the market reacted more, that is closer to the structure. Now this level I put it, now you can see that this hit here is close to it. This place touched it, this place broke it a little, this place is broke it a little. All of them are just revolving around it. So instead of me putting it at the upside, so had it been to put a box that I'm like, for those of you that have already known how to mark out your area of a support zone or a resistance zone, you can now mark it out this way, and that is how it is. So that means this is the area from this beginning to this end is the area of your support or your resistance zone. So once you put that level, then you look at this level, the particular level that the market is currently reacting on. Now I'll put it on this place. Now you can see that the market, this place touched it, this one is close to the line, this one is on the line, this one broke the line a little. That is how it is. Then you can now bring another one and put it here. You can see that the market reacted on it at this zone, the market hit on it and reacted at this zone, and we had a multiple reactions here, which we call liquidity. Now, for those of you that do not know, liquidity means money in trading. I will treat liquidity on its own as a topic. So now, this daily time frame, I have just marked out the important zones. If you want to keep on marking your support and resistance, you can go as low as marking out this level. You understand? But currently we are focusing on the important zones, the important areas where the support and resistance are acted on. So now I have done my part on daily time frame, so I will be going to 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame now, I will readjust the parts that I didn't put well, that kind of shift more on 4 hours, then add some parts. But if you are adding some support and resistance that is outside the daily time frame level that you had, then I advise you to change the color of the lines. Now this is 4 hours time frame. I am now zooming it out because on a daily time frame I have seen the levels I needed most. You understand? So now let's continue. So on 4 hours time frame now, you can see that the market currently is reacting on a resistance zone on 4 hours time frame. So what I normally do is that sometimes if the reactions are too much for me, kind of causing a confusion, you change it from candlesticks to line. Now if you change it to line, it's looking more clear. So now see the daily time frame support zone that we added is reacting. I no need of shifting it now. So on 4 hours time frame now, we can see that the market broke a structure. Now what do I mean by market breaking a structure? Market break a structure when, if you have your support zone, support level, support and resistance level. Now previously the market reacted on this zone, so I want to put this line to show you guys example so that you can catch up with what the market did. Now the market reacted at this zone and reacted this line. Now let me push it back so that you can see how many times that the market reacted on that zone, kind of respecting that zone. Now if you look at it now, the market reacted at this place. If you put it on a candlestick, you can see the market reacted at this place multiple times, came back on it again after breaking it here, which we saw a retracement on it. So that is this bullish candle here. You can see how the market retraced that zone. When it broke it here, it retraced it, then sell more. After everything, respected this zone multiple times and came back to this level and sell again. So showing you that it's actually an opposing force here pushing the market downward. Then the market had to make a double bottom or double low liquidity, then and push upside and was able to break it. After breaking it, it came back here, retraced to it, and now hit the resistance zone at the daily time frame level. Then after it, the market started ranging downward and hit this daily time frame level and reversed back to our resistance, the 4 hours time frame that we just put, and trend back. After everything, you can see currently the market now came to that level there, 4 hours, broke it again, retested it multiple times and broke fake out on the daily time frame and came back to that zone and retested it. You can see the 4 hours time frame is actually showing us a very strong zone. Then we'll see what the market made here. The market wanted to respect it here, but it cleared the liquidity, and after everything it came back and wanted to reject it again. That is why we have this red candle. After rejecting it, the market, the momentum, the bullish momentum came in too fast and it broke above. So currently the market is trending close to the daily time frame resistance zone, and if anything happen on daily time frame resistance zone, this reaction here always also shows that this zone might hold again. So what we are waiting for now is that if we break above, then we buy. If we break below, then we sell. Now in our next class, I will tell us how to identify a fake breakout and a normal breakout. So I believe with these little things I have explained, you will be able to understand how support and resistance has been going and how to mark it out. Watch out for the next class for further explanation. Thank you. Follow us, subscribe, tell your friends, and you can join our general group, or you can join our academy. Our website is on our profile. Thank you so much, guys.